It is a minute before the hour, and Carol Bates, Executive Director of the Chamber, joins us this morning, and it's jail and bail today, and I know you're ready for that.
I've got my jailbird shirt
All right.
on. I'm ready to go.
$200 you can let me have.
You know, I'm going to be doing good to get the rest of mine this morning.
Yeah.
I've got part of it, but I don't have it all.
That's a special event, though, today.
It truly is. You know, Scott Hamlet, he does such a wonderful job with this, and I noticed as I came down 21 this morning that the trailer's already there from Farmers Insurance, and Farmers really supports him a lot because he does the most of any of the agents in the state of Alabama as far as raising money for this thing. And last year he raised 12,000 something, and this year he's shooting for 15. And with all the inmates that he's got, he's probably gonna hit that pretty good.
I just hope a police unit don't pull up out here while we're doing this show.
Well, I asked him, I said, well, should I just show up tomorrow, or will I be being, is the limousine coming to get me, or something? Yeah. So,
I think it's 11 to 1 today, isn't it?
11 to 2, I
11
think.
to 2, okay.
11 to 2 out there, and folks are going to be raising their bail, and you can't eat or you can't leave until you get your bail. So.
Can't eat?
No. Not even bread and water.
Wow. They're tough over there.
They are. They really
but it goes
are.
for a great cause, so be a part of that if you possibly can today and show your support. Speaking of support, a big event tomorrow at Sylacauga High School.
It really is for Delta Company, the 167th unit that's going to be leaving, and everybody's been talking about it. You know, yellow ribbons, and I was out counting yesterday afternoon. I'm still not seeing enough yellow ribbons out there. You know, and I stopped by one of the flower shops and got 2 more for the chamber to put up out front. But people need to get out there today. I want to see yellow ribbons everywhere. I know Mayor Sam Wright's been on this, and everybody's been talking about it. And we really need to show our support for our troops before they leave. I know they'll be in training for, was it 6 to 8 weeks?
I think so.
In Mississippi.
Yeah.
And in that particular time frame, they're going to need a lot of support too, as far as with just stuff. I mean, you've got a copy of.
They got several drop-off points.
The drop-off points at this point,
yeah.
That's pretty good, huh? The drop boxes right now are at Sarah Honda, Marble City Pharmacy, Fred's on Fort Williams, and Scrubby Dubby's. Now I know that Heritage, the credit union, they want to be a drop-off point too, and I'm not sure how they're going to work all that out, but they're going to be collecting all this stuff from the list, and the chamber has these lists, and I believe that Ann has put that on our website too, so you can download it. But these are items that they're going to need while they're in Mississippi and when they go to Afghanistan. Just, you know, it's antibacterial soap, baby wipes, travel-sized toothbrush, small toothbrush, toothpaste, chapstick, because it's
it's a different world there.
Yeah. When Matt, my son, was in Iraq, I sent him tons and tons of sunscreen and baby wipes and chapstick and all that stuff. So, small deodorants, mouthwash. It's just amazing, the stuff they really need.
Envelopes and stamps. And
that's always good.
Yeah.
That's always good. Then the next trick is maybe I'll send them an ink pen too, so that people to write. But and I thought it was funny, instant grits and oatmeal. That gives them a little
just put a little
flavor.
water with it and
they're good to go. That's right. So all this stuff they'll be collecting between now and August the 3rd at the drop-off points, and then they'll be shipping that stuff. And then they'll take it with them when they go to Afghanistan.
Farewell ceremony tomorrow down at the high school.
At the high school from 3:30 to 4:30. We really, really, really want to pack out the high school auditorium for them, and I think I think the Talladega unit's leaving too, and they're going to have a ceremony for them today, I believe.
Okay.
Theirs is, and then ours is tomorrow, and they'll be deployed, like I said, in about 6 to 8 weeks. So we need to get out there and show our support.
And they get those yellow ribbons at different.
I think most of the flower shops in town are making them. I know that I got 2 more yesterday. I had one on one of the trees, but I wanted to put 2 out front too that were more visible. So I think I counted on the way home last night, riding through town. I counted about 12 down Broadway, but it'd be so cool if we could get one on every tree and every crepe myrtle all the way down Broadway in front of Rite Aid and CVS and just all those trees down Broadway and Fort Williams, so we could get yellow ribbons. That
event tomorrow, is it at 3:30?
3:30 to 4:30 at the high school, 3:30 to 4:30. We want everybody to be there to give these guys a good standoff and make them feel like we're really supporting them. And the yellow ribbons just need to stay up till they come home.
Yeah, sounds good.
And I have no idea how long they're going to be gone. Have you heard anything about?
I think a year.
Is it going to be just
like
a year?
Yeah.
Well, that's not just a year, but still, that's it's hard to believe that we're still having to send our troops over there. But
Well, hopefully it
until
won't
it's
be much
over.
longer.
That's right. That's right.
Seems like that we just ended our leadership class at the Chamber of Commerce, and you guys are already recruiting and taking applications for the 22nd
The
class.
22nd class, that's right. We graduated this year's class in May, and it's like immediately following that, we've already had a lot of people already sign up for this class and had said that during the year. Now I want to be in next year's class. So this year's we're taking applications for the 22nd year for our leadership class, and it's always a wonderful program. Dr. Ted Spears does a fantastic job of helping put this together and getting it organized for me, and it's just a wonderful way, if you're new to Sylacauga, even if you're not, if you're in business or whatever, to really find out the inner workings of our city and the state government too, because we go down to Montgomery at some point. But you know, if you haven't done that, you really need to, because it's amazing. And I know you still haven't done. I'm tell you what, you got to get you in this class. It's just it's the fourth Thursday of every month. It starts in September, graduates in May. We have wonderful programs, and usually, you know, we don't go like 8 to 6 or 8 to 5. We're usually done with whatever is going to happen that day about 2:30, 3 o'clock, sometimes 3:30. So it's not like it's taking your entire whole day from your business or whatever you've got to do, but it's just such it gives you such a better perspective of your entire city. And that's something right now with the election year in full swing that everybody needs to understand what the real needs of our community are.
Speaking of elections.
Yes.
We've got these forums that we're going to do. Talk about that a little bit this morning.
Well,
it's not in the notes.
No, it's not in the notes because I'm still in the planning stages yet. We've got with the Alabama League of Municipalities to help us out with a moderator and how we should format both of these events. One event, the first event, we want to have this sort of a...
Have we got the date set on these?
The date set, yes. The dates are set for, I'm going to do this now, July the 12th.
Okay.
And August the 23rd. This is the Thursday before the election. So, and what we're trying to do is on both of these, on the first event, we want to introduce the mayoral candidates and let them all have a chance to kind of talk about their platforms and whatever, and then bring in the city council candidates and let them just talk. It's not going to be any kind of a rebuttal debate type situation. This first one's not. It's just going to be a forum of questions and answers and a chance for the folks to come to the rec center, sit down and just get to see the candidates. And then hopefully when we have the second one, then we want that to be more of a debate where there'll be a question answered of all the candidates for mayor, and they all have a chance to answer, and then they can rebuttal if they want to, and that'll be under a control with the moderator there, and it's just getting that all synchronized, because when I talk to the league, they really want to help us with this. It's just that we're not the only place having elections right now, so it's kind of a real tricky thing to get the dates right, but they've got our dates, and just a matter. I hope by next week I'll have that tied down. I wish I would have had it tied down this morning, but we're still trying to get somebody locked in to be our moderator for that.
The two events we'll be telling you more and more about as we get closer to those. The farmers market.
Oh, golly.
Some of the vendors ran out of stuff last week.
They ran out of stuff before noon last week. It was amazing because I went down there on my way in, so I got down there about right after they first opened and got some stuff. But and then I went back by about lunchtime, and there was 2 or 3 of them that were already gone and done and out. So it's if you want stuff, you got to get down there pretty early to get it. You truly do. And they've got a great variety of vendors. They had honey at the first part of the when they first started it from the community garden that Bill Robertson, but that's all gone now too. So it's going to be wonderful to see as the summer progresses, the crops coming in and how much we're going to have. So every Friday It's going to be
So 7:30. Is that when it
7:30. It kicks off and till 1 o'clock.
Okay. Also, in the planning stages is a job fair.
Right.
In early August at J. Craig.
August the 3rd at J. Craig. We're getting notices out now and putting together that and working with the job force development, through the state and stuff on that too, and getting folks, not just agencies, but business people who are looking for to hire some folks going into the fall, and just see what's out there. And I think it's a much needed thing right now, because it seems to me that in talking with the industrial board, that there's lots of Fleetwood and NEMAC. Everybody's beginning to hire a little bit and need some folks. And NEMAC just had a job fair through Temp Force at the chamber to shore up them, and they've got over 800 employees now out there. So it's
I think they're the second largest employer in Talladega County. I believe that's right.
I think that's correct now, because I know Honda's probably number one.
Yeah.
And then I believe you're right. The NEMAC at this point is the number 2 employer in the county. So if that's not right, somebody will call and correct us here in a minute, real quick.
Oh, yeah.
But it's the job fair is scheduled for Friday, August the 3rd. And I'll have more information about that too as we go on. I also want to talk about our ambassadors, because we're taking applications for that too. The ambassador program is kind of hand in hand with leadership, because it's high school juniors and seniors, and what this is for is it's kind of a support for the chamber, but it's also, we're expanding it this year to maybe get you come in and talk to the kids about television and careers and that kind of thing, and really kind of let them see what's all the opportunities that are out there for them as being ambassadors. Plus the ambassador program for juniors and seniors in high school, we have a scholarship that if you're an ambassador 2 years that you're eligible for, and every year we give that scholarship to a senior who's graduating. So it's another way to help these kids to get a good education.
I had Dr. Spears on a few days ago talking about the reading program, the summer reading program over at the library, and we were over there yesterday, and there's kids everywhere.
There was. I was going to come by yesterday because I'm going to be reading next Tuesday, and I was going to pick up my book so I could kind of practice and play around with it a little bit, but I realized that it was during the time that all the kids are there, so I thought, well, I'll come back by later on in the day. But I'm going to be reading next Tuesday morning at 10 o'clock, and I'm going to be reading Good Night, Sleep Tight, and the kids get to wear their jammies.
Good night, sleep tight.
Yeah, and enjoy the story time. I love doing this. I always read to my kids. I read to my grandkids all the time. So I'm kind of a ham when it comes to reading to those kids, and I enjoy it. Just
a plug for that reading program. It's for children age 3 all the way up to 15. I think it is.
Yes, it is, because they have for the older kids, they can. I can't remember how many books are required to read this summer, but it's always good to keep them reading all summer long, keep their minds working, and not just in there with the Wii and the Xbox and all that stuff all summer long. So it's a wonderful program, and they have a crowd every time they have it.
Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays through mid-July over at the B.B. Comer Memorial Library. The sales tax holiday is just a couple of weeks away too.
Yes, this is not to be mistaken. It's not to be mistaken with the one that happens in August for school supplies. This is the first year that we've put on. I believe the state has put on this severe weather preparedness tax-free holiday, and that's going to be from Friday, July the 6th at midnight through ending on Sunday, July the 8th at midnight. And you can go to the website and get a list of the items that are covered, but it's like flashlights and batteries and I think supplies that are needed in case bad weather should strike, and we have to be prepared for that. And I think that this is a wonderful state program that the governor, I think, has been really proactive about getting everybody aware of this. And it's the first year we've done it, and we're participating. So I think that's a good program for everybody to be aware of, that you can go out that weekend and get the stuff you need.
You guys went on site to Emory's this week to tape a show, didn't you?
We had the best time. We went out there early morning on Tuesday. We got out there a little bit before 8 o'clock, and Hunter, he's just great to get that all set up. And Mark Vincent, who is the human resource manager for Emory's, and I tape this chamber chat. It'll probably be starting Friday, and we had a great time. We talked about the observation point. We talked about Emrys and their role in our community, and what a good support they are for the community, and how they start. It was ECC when they bought it, and then Moretta Hera, and just the kind of the evolution of the quarries and stuff. And it's a wonderful chamber chat. I think it's the most informative one that I've had, and I'm going to be showcasing all of our chamber champions over the next few weeks in those chamber chats, and really give them a chance to talk about the things they do, because they're so important to the chamber in what they do for our Chamber of Commerce. And I really want to showcase them and give them the opportunity to tell the public more about their companies.
2 quick notes. The jail for bail is today, starting at 11 o'clock, and also the farewell ceremony tomorrow afternoon down at Sylacauga High School. Touch on both those again.
We want, the jail bails today with Scott Hamlet and Farmers Insurance on Highway 21. Starts at 11, ends at 1 o'clock. You know, we're all still looking for bail money, so, you know, and my grandkids gave me their piggy bank, so I'm, you know, I may be a little bit sad. I may be short a little, but that's going to work out great.
Zach didn't cooperate with me.
Zach didn't?
No.
He wouldn't even give you a sucker or anything?
He gave me a kiss. That's
a kiss, that's
it.
it. Well, you know, he loves you,
that's
Granddad.
better than everything else.
That's great. That's going to be wonderful. But then, you know, we've got that. And then tomorrow, everybody needs to show up at the high school and show your support. If you can't be at the high school, get out on the streets and show your support for the troops as they come down Broadway tomorrow.
We really need you guys to be a part of this, because, you know, if you have an event like this and 10 or 12 people show up, it's a reflection on our community.
It definitely is. Definitely is.
And this group of men, I think there's like 75 or 80 from this local post here that's going to be going, Delta Company 167.
Right.
And so be a part of that. Starts at 3:30, going to last an hour.
It's an hour out of your time.
And
you know?
show your patriotism. If you love America and you love supporting our troops, which so many people do in this area.
You know, and I think if most of us at some point in our lives have been touched by either one of our family members being in the military, or we know someone in the military, but you know, you and I, all of us, you're watching us at home, and you're able to do all of this because these guys are out there taking care of us, and they're protecting us every day. So I think that it's important to give them the respect and the honor that they need.
Okay. Good luck with your bail money.
You too.
Yep.
You too.
More on Daybreak in a minute.